My name's Kathy Quick. I am the Executive Director of PMHCA, the Pennsylvania Mental Health Consumers Association. This is my daughter, Tristan, and we wanted to share our story with you today. So I grew up in Schuylkill County here in Pennsylvania. My childhood experiences included bullying throughout grade school and high school, sexual abuse as a child, and I was raped when I was 13 years old. These adversities led to a great deal of struggles with drugs and alcohol, along with a serious mental illness that I largely ignored because of the stigma surrounding mental illness. I tended to stumble throughout my life until I had my daughter Tristan, but even then I dealt with a lot of issues like poor relationships and domestic violence.
Hello, my name is Tristan Schnoke, and I am the social media and trauma talk coordinator for Youth Move PA. And like my mom talked about, I also struggled throughout my childhood. I grew up in a household with domestic violence. I was also sexually abused at a young age. I struggled with medical traumas, and I had many sexual partners as a coping skill. And I also dealt with a lot of emotional abuse and physical aggression in my adult relationships. For a long time, I thought all these things were my own fault, and I never felt very comfortable talking about these issues with the friends that I had. These feelings of inadequacy led to severe anxiety, which I struggled with for years, and I still do. My mom and I experienced a lot of these adversities together and share a generational history of anxiety and depression. Even through all of these difficulties, our relationship became stronger and more positive by supporting each other and helping the other person grow. If you're wondering how we made that possible, it was a long and difficult process, but we never gave up on each other, and no matter how difficult things got to be.
So starting when Tristan was small, it was really important to me to be the best mom that I can be. She was definitely the reason that I stopped using drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. I did struggle with my mental illness continuously, but I never sought out treatment. I found that there was a lot of stigma and judgment when you talk to people, even friends, about your mental illness. When I looked to educate myself as a way of being a role model, I found that this was a really good way of practicing self-care and self-medicating for me. As Tristan grew, I shared all of my knowledge and experience with her in an age-appropriate way. This developed a trusting and supportive relationship between us. We learned quickly that we could count on each other, even when our relationships with others were not the best. Our relationship changed and grew over time to become the adult friendship that we have now. So how did we develop this friendship? What kind of coping skills did we use? So as a mom, I tried to include Tristan in everything, from attending school with me, to cleaning, to cooking, to doing outside work. There was always value in the work that she did, even if I had to redo it when she wasn't looking. I made a very conscious effort to explain everything in ways that she could understand, all the way from a small child into adulthood. I told her why she was in trouble or why she couldn't go somewhere, and answered all of her questions that she had in the most age-appropriate way. These two things helped Tristan feel valued and important. It was really important to help her understand what was behind the rules and decisions that I made as a parent.
As a kid, I learned that my mom actually wanted to hear what I had to say. She wanted to have discussions with me and teach me. It was easy for me to talk with her, even growing up and into my teen years, because she was always there for me and non-judgmental. I knew that I had friends as a teenager. However, when you start talking about suicidality or the domestic violence that goes on in your home, they tend to back away a little bit.